Blake Lively's lawyer has spoken out exclusively to People and has let everyone know that Blake Lively, of course, will be testifying. I've got Andy here after his procedure, and we're going to get into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am It's Kim, and I am here with Andy as he is recovering. Well, of course, we had to bring this to you. We had to talk about this. Um, this
Blake
interview.
Lively could never leave us alone, Kim.
Nope, we
Even
can't.
as I'm recouping from the hospital.
This has been the theme since like December of last year. Anytime we want to stop. No, the answer is no. But yes, so Blake's lawyer, when asked if she would testify, said, "The ultimate moment for a plaintiff's story to be told is at trial. We expect that will be the case here with Lively. So we would, of course, expect her to be a witness at her trial. Of course, she's going to testify." Andy, is this a good idea?
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. I mean, look, there's a lot that's happening that just feels like they're trying to look confident.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't believe we're gonna make it to trial. I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks at a certain point they're gonna give because this is just such a bad call. Look, I have a little bit more insight just because Brian, I think you're gonna read. Hopefully, you have the Friedman respond,
Yes.
and we have some other quotes. But it's just like, as someone who's been doing a lot of homework on this and talking to the crew who was there, et cetera, et cetera. Good luck, Blake. Good luck. I just think this is going to completely backfire. But then at the same time, Kim, the hubris of her and Ryan is so strong, and Justin said it too. Like, they really do think they're in the right here.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a level of delusion that doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but I really am afraid of this, like, for them, in the sense, like, this could really backfire on them. I mean, it could go great for them, but my gut tells me that this is a backfiring move, in all honesty. Beyond the witness accounts that they're planning on getting through discovery, Lively's legal team insists that their case will also rely on, in quotes, evidence. Where?
Yeah, yeah, it's coming. Trust
That's
us,
my biggest
bro.
question, and that's the thing that I'm waiting on, right? Like, I've been dragged for it here and back, but I am trying to keep an open mind. I am open to new evidence, but I have not seen it yet, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. Now, they went on to say, "We think there's been a lot of distractions put up to deflect attention from the retaliation campaign that was launched against her. And we expect and hope that in discovery, we'll have the opportunity to really focus on what we believe to be the core part of the case, which is that this retaliation campaign was launched against Ms. Lively for her raising concerns about SH." And then went on to say that that they're not sure if Ryan's going to testify.
Yeah, right.
I
Well, I mean, he shouldn't, because you can tell he has a short fuse.
Yes.
Like, you can tell by some of those statements he was going to try to make them read. I actually, maybe I do believe they don't. He's the last resort, but I imagine Freeman's going to demand he testify, and try to, I want the truth moment, because I could see a Jack Nicholson moment with Ryan flipping out maybe more than he would ever do elsewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think one of
I
the
think
things
that nice Canadian is hiding a lot of anger inside of him.
well, I mean, what I said to earlier in the show was that based on his motion to dismiss, I don't think that would go very well. I don't think he would come across very well to a jury. He does have a very short fuse, as you said, very sarcastic. I don't know how well this would go. Um, Now, they also talked about the celebrities that are being involved here. So the lawyer said it's completely unclear what claims or defenses in this case any of these celebrities have any relevance to at all. The gaslighting for me. Like,
Yeah.
have they read the defense's filings at this point?
Like, she literally
Dragons?
called them all her dragons. It's which Friedman then quoted, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
love
go
his.
down to Brian's statements
Stay tuned.
next.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
just, I love that he did that, because
I
it's like,
know.
yeah, hello.
Yeah. So, in a statement to People, Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, pushed back on the claims and accused Lively of attempting to deflect from the facts of the case. And he said, "Although obviously uncomfortable for the Lively parties, the truth is not a distraction. The truth has been clearly shown through unedited receipts, documents, and real life footage. More to come," Friedman says. Blake was the one who brought her high profile friends into the situation without concern for their own personal or public backlash. As the truth shows, she used her dragons to manipulate Justin at every turn. And that's I kind of have to, I agree with him on the fact that, like, yeah, Blake kind of brought her friends into this. And she did every time she name dropped them through interviews, when she name dropped them through text messages. Like, it's relevant, it's all over it.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird though, because I do think Blake's team could be a lot better if they just shut up more and not. They started it off by claiming to drop all the receipts, and that's what set this all off, right?
Mm-hmm.
With all the texts and things that they did. And sure, those "we can bury anybody" texts look damning. They do. So they're going to have to explain that, but that's not proof that they did it. And they still haven't found proof that they did it. That's the big problem, right? But the retaliation, excuse is separate from the celebrities, because it's like Justin's still trying to make this argument, which I hope he's able to make because I agree with it. No, she was the one who was trouble. She was the one who was doing all these things. She was the one stealing the movie. But there are lawyers have told me, like, we'll see if that's relevant, because again, the case. I mean, I guess that's his case. That, to be fair, because his countersuit. But in Blake's case, it's really about, well, he SH'd me, which I don't know how Taylor Swift's going to help confirm or deny that. And then and then he retaliated, which again, I don't know how Taylor Swift's going to do that. So it's really going to come down to Baldoni's suit, lawsuits against her, which is what to me is going to be more interesting of how much that sticks. So look, while I agree on what actually happened here, that we still have a hurdle that he's going to have to jump over, which is, regardless of whether there was actual SH or not, if there was a complaint and the judge accepts that there was, just by the list demand or an email to Sony, whatever that thing is, which, again, don't shoot me. I'm just saying, if that's accepted, it really then becomes down to, well, did he retaliate?
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, that's really what this case is going to come down to. And, at the same time, I think she's going to have a tough time proving it. So we'll see how all this plays out. But as of now, through depositions, they have every right to go search, just like Blake does.
Yep.
And that's where I'm shocked it's gotten this far, Kim, to be honest, because, none of these celebrities are going to want to go through this at all.
Yeah, I agree. Friedman also continued in his statement, specifically talking about Ryan, claiming Ryan's involvement is very well documented, and we continue to discover more intentional misconduct. So what else is there now? Was Disney actually complicit in Ryan using shareholder revenues for a personal grudge? I would be surprised to learn that this type of corporate waste would not lead to much more exposure for those that have been complicit in affecting shareholder revenue. And I think that is a question. Did he use this movie as a vehicle to basically create an unaliving fantasy of Justin Baldoni? Again, I cannot see a jury taking kindly to that. It is unhinged. It is absolutely unhinged to do that. I felt like it was unhinged when that happened with Kanye West doing it to Pete Davidson in a music video. And I said the same thing then, and I'm saying the same thing now. It's a lot, and it's uncalled for. What do you think, Andy?
I agree, but I still think that's going to be a hard thing to prove in court, because unless they called him Justin Baldoni by name, like, I didn't know that until all this came out. Like, I would have never known unless you knew Justin. Like, I'll say this. We've talked to crew, and I've had multiple crew members go, like, oh, we totally knew that was Justin. When I watched Nice Pool and the movie, like, oh my God, they're totally making fun of Justin. Like, before all the drama and everything was coming out, like, they could tell. Like, people who knew Justin could tell that Ryan was absolutely making fun of him. So but is that parody? That's where I'm worried. Like, I don't know. Like, he didn't come out and say Justin Baldoni is this and like, he didn't. He called him Nice Pool and changed it around, called him Gordon Reynolds. Now, obviously, we've deduced to put it together that he was the inspiration. There's no doubt. But will that really hold up as a defamation in court? I don't know. I honestly don't think it will. But all of it together, to me, all of Justin's complaints against Ryan and Blake for defamation and taking over the project and doing what they've done, they have caused damages to him. So that's ultimately where I think it's going to come play. And we're seeing it right now with the story we wrote. I posted this morning before I was off to surgery, the Steve Sarowitz story, the threats, the fact that the Wayfair Foundation is shut down. Those are things that are showing damages, which I still have yet to see anything of Blake or Ryan that is showing damages or problems, right? They're claiming all this retaliation tried to ruin her, but she can't help herself. If she wanted to win this, she should have gone offline for the year, and she should have just disappeared. And if it was really that serious and dealt with it and shown what she's lost, it would have made her more believable. Honestly, everything else, the fact that she's doing all these appearances is not helping her case at all.
I agree. I agree. Well, there is our recap for today. I would encourage you guys, if you've liked this video, please consider subscribing. Make sure you like the video. You can also support us in lots of ways. We have our membership, we've got Patreon, we've got other stuff coming too. We are excited to get into with you guys. Andy is doing good. He is recovering. And I hope you guys are all doing great. And don't go anywhere if you're watching live. The show's going to keep going. We got lots to get into. Thanks so much, guys.
But shout out, yeah, cataract surgery, not as scary as I thought. Thanks to everybody who told me that. If you're facing it, you got this, people.
You got this. Thank you, guys. Bye.